up guys, I've here with another PGA Tour game here for you, playing with my little brother, so let's get into it. I'm playing on the Battlefield format. He wants to play it, so just have some fun, let's go.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We are along the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. Frank, on a mission here today. What can you tell us about this course?
Well, one thing, Rich, we don't want to fatigue out there, so I've got my battle gear on. Interesting layout ahead. Plenty of water. The island's there to be negotiated, navigated, and you never know what just might pop up during the course of the game.
And partner, let me just, before we get started, salute you.
I salute you too, Rich. You ready?
Ready. Aim.
Fire.
It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
This a par bid for Jordan Spieth. Almost. Wow. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Now to the second hole, and Frank, I'd be happy to see something with just the normal amount of obstacles, say, a bunker, maybe a pond. Those would be rather benign compared to what we're seeing right here on this second hole.
Yeah, that's no love shack. That's a guard shack there on the right of the screen, just past that brush. So this green all protected on that right side. Of course, water adorns this island green, and tons of well, local fauna around the green. This is one green you do not.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
We'll make birdie if this drops.
A little bit of guesstimation required here. We'll radio in the yardage, 216 yards to the middle of the green, and you've got to carry the destroyer. So this has to come down from quite a bit of height. Wind a little off the left.
Needless to say, defense setup around this green.
Well protected.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. You'll need to be strong with this. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
I mean, think about what you're saying here. I've called golf with you for a long time, Frank, and at bunkers and water hazards. You're talking about solar panels and guard towers. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm starting to go crazy calling this game, Rich. Might have to go into solitary if this keeps up.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Certainly have power, just didn't have any touch. Oh, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And there you have it. Well done. Great putt. This is the par 3 fifth, Frank. This one goes back towards that destroyer, which came out of nowhere just a few holes ago. Glad we didn't pick that tower.
Well, anything to the right, and you'll definitely be swimming. Actually, we'd have to bring in the Navy SEALs probably to get it up and down from there.
Just a little offline, so now, Frank, he's going to have to deal with a rough.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how strong he is.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead, straight in. Amazing, and really deserves it.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Frank, here at the 6th, a really fascinating hole.
It is mid sort of 200 yards, shared greens, a bit like St. Andrews. But because you're hitting it over, you're almost going to have a tee shot in here and get it in softly.
And he went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take.
So that sets up a... Jordan Spieth trying to surrender just one shot. Going to have to regroup now after that double bogey. Navigate.
You can always go up in one of those two lookout towers, just where it's coming from, but not an overly long par 3.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Well, Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just did OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now, so he doesn't want to compile the error.
Now on his 3rd shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break, really, Rich, on that last shot. It just got away from.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Rory Mcllroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Now to the 8th hole, Frank, you really just...
Probably the biggest problem in front of you. They're just short and left of this par 3. For the very observant, though, they'll notice a little one-on-one, perhaps a little basketball court just along the left side.
A little three-point shooting contest, you and I later on?
This is a par 3.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have.
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Yeah, about 145 yards left here. Frank missed. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. And setting up here in the rough. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good effort and good par putt. 5 feet left. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the 11th, and Frank, looking out over the expanse of this hole and really the entire golf course.
Of the hole, plenty of green there to the right side. That's the nice fat part of the green. Really, it shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what Mcllroy does. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. Second shot.
Frank, the 12th hole here at Paracel Storm, 241 yards, island green. I can't think of a harder par 3 in the world.
This hole, you really have to be wary of island. Then it's going to blow it towards the water. It's going to make this tee shot so much more difficult. This looks like it's going to find the tip.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Going right back to the large island here at the 13th, Frank.
Trenches behind will certainly protect anything that goes a little bit long. Left of this green, you better call in the Navy.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
Weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough at Cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, Frank, that one needs to sit down.
Yeah, I heard a caddy once say, like, get up, get down, get up, get up, down, and the play.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Oh, yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
And he's made the green. Frank, here at the 14th, not a long hole, but not a big green either.
It almost lulls you into that false sense of security. You just see the green, it stands up like an old sand dune. The beach around.
In the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich. It really did. It's no snack, though.
Continues to putt beautifully. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Now to the 15th hole. Danger in the center of the green here, Frank.
Yeah, chance to ambush the player, really. All those trees, you never know what's going to jump out of there. And, well, we've seen the 6th hole at Riviera with the bunker in the middle. You now have a crop of trees.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
See if he can clip this one perfectly, drive it in there from about 120 yards. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Settles in over the... Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Just take a look out at the battleships burning, those solar panels, the bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
To make it. What a birdie. End of this battle, now at the 17th hole, Frank.
Yeah, the penultimate hole. Par 3. We've got to walk across the bridge to get there. And it looks relatively benign at the moment. We've seen a lot of things pop up. The Destroyer is a great reminder of that. Hole is under 200 yards, so within reach. But we've got to once again parachute in. All the trouble to the front and the right side of this green. Ball has to be hit nice and high. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Frank, the job is almost complete here at the 18th hole, and a good job at that, as we have seen some spectacular golf go. That will be a great look at birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. In for par. Not a gimme, but well within his range. and drops it in. All right, Frank, here we go on the first hole, set for, dare I say, takeoff from this aircraft carrier.
Well, that's right, Rich. You really make sure that you get the right flight on this shot coming in, because you want it to land soft on this. It have to be a
Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.